let's talk about Dark Phoenix. Hey guys, before you get started, make sure you click that subscribe button, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Hey guys, welcome to my spoiler-free review of Xmen Dark Phoenix. Well, I don't really know where to start. I want to preface this with saying I've been an X-Men fan for decades. One of my fondest memories is going to see the premiere of the first movie with my childhood friends, then on to X2. I've never missed a premiere night since the franchise started. There have been some huge disappointments along the way, and Wolverine Origins comes to mind, as well as the last installment, Apocalypse. But I hate to say we've probably hit an all-time low. Now this movie is not terrible. It might be miserable, but not terrible. To me, the only way to describe it is meh. There's nothing grand about it, and everything seems mediocre. To me, the biggest problem appears to be the writing. It was all over the place. Clearly we knew there were a lot of reshoots, but recent news of daily rewrites by Simon Kinberg are absolutely evident in the final product. As an adaptation of one of the greatest X-Men stories ever, the Dark Phoenix saga, it totally fails. It might be a little bit better than what we got in The Last Stand, but not much. And compared to what was done on the cartoons decades ago, not even close. Now, if we didn't live in the age of superhero movies, it might be acceptable. After fans have been treated to things like Avengers Endgame or even Shazam in the last year, it feels horribly dated, there's no scale to it at all, and once again, Fox seems completely ashamed and or incapable of embracing the comic book roots. Some of it is so far disconnected from the comics that it almost feels like an insult to fans having some powers completely used wrong or the characters completely misinterpreted. I'm not really sure what Kinberg learned from past mistakes, but he really didn't bring it to the screen. Most of the time, even when X-Men movies aren't great, the cast does a good job. This time isn't the case. Sophie Turner was okay as Jean Grey, but you could almost hear the telephones in the background as people called in the rest of their performances, with Jessica Chastain being the most egregious. Even McAvoy and Fassbender by the end of the movie seemed tired. One of the other problems that we had is the reshoots were painfully evident. People disappearing and reappearing from scenes, costume changes, slight hair changes, and look changes that just are not acceptable at movies at this level. It really reminded me of Fantastic Four. Now, there are a couple things that are pretty good. Hans Zimmer's score is always great. There are a couple fight scenes that are really great. And no doubt, although I didn't think it was the way the movie should conclude, the ending sequence did have some great action. Like I said, overall, it's very underwhelming and plays out pretty straightforwardly and fairly predictably. I don't think it's really fair to criticize the movie for not being the grand finale that it was kind of billed as in the marketing. The marketing team is probably to blame there, but all this went down long before the Disney-Fox merger, and the franchise closing its doors and moving over to the House of Mouse was not even in the cards when they shot this movie. Overall, I'm not so sure the franchise would survive this film if it wasn't going to Marvel Studios. If you're a fan of mutants, you might find moments in the movie that you really enjoy, but overall, it was not a good movie. I'm going to go ahead and give X-Men Dark Phoenix 3 out of 10 stars. I'd save your money or wait for the digital release. Tell me what you think. Did you like X-Men Dark Phoenix? And are you looking forward to the X-Men moving over to the Marvel Studios? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like below, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.